What is up, Team Starlight? Welcome back to another episode of Return of the Different Deck. This is the video series where we go over tier 2, tier 3, and unexplored decks and see how we can try to make or break them and show some of our ideas, some of our input into where we think is a good direction for these decks. So it's me, Macro, today joined by Albert. What's up, Albert?
What is up?
And today I just got super duper inspired to bring back Gemini. I have been playing Gemini for like 2 years since it's one of the first decks I really got into in the early stages of Edison. I wouldn't say 2 years, sorry, at least over a year. It was right after BK Kids Club topped with Gigaplant Gemini that I got really into the concept of the deck. And then I kind of was really anti the Giga and the plant stuff. So I've been running like level 4 Geminis for a long time. The deck took a lot of different interpretations. Of course, I tried a Magic Planner version that ran like Phoenix Chains and Imperial Iron Walls. I have the receipts. I've been playing this for a long time. I'm not just doing this because everyone's been like kind of hyping up Geminis more recently. But credit where credit's due, though. This build is very similar to a local topping list by Spore XD, who's a really talented duelist. The big differences I'll explain in a second are in here, but a lot of the key ideas that he brought to the table, I was just so impressed by. I just thought they were really cool innovations, and I'll talk about them. I did change it a bit to fit more my play style and the way that I would prefer to play Gemini. I started going on a crazy win streak, so I started playing it here against VL Dookie, whatever, at 726. I wasn't like super high rated. It's my Smurf account. And yeah, I've only lost one time. And that was because it was against like a gadget player running like a bunch of very like weirdly anti-Gemini stuff. But yeah, just been on a tear with it, and I kind of love playing it. So this particular build is nuts, dude. Spore was really onto something. However, the one innovation that a lot of the Gemini players have been trying a bunch now has been Dragon's Mirror, which can make Raptinus by banishing 2 of your Gemini, and then Raptinus turns on all of your Gemini guys. But I just found that Dragon's Mirror, when I was just testing around with it, to be like a bad top deck. It was more like a win more card, because for Raptinus to be valuable, you need to already have Gemini on the field. And if you already have Geminis on the field, there's probably like better cards that we could work around. Spore was also on like 2 main deck Book of Moon and only 1 D Prison. I just think D Prison is a little too strong, so I opted for the 3. But I ultimately agreed with his Junk Synchron idea and the Rhoda to search any of these Geminis, either the Gemini Soldier or the Chevalier, but just an extra target that's surprisingly more live than you think it would be, because Soldier is just like your end all be all, and just having that like synchro access into pinch is really cool. I did change the extra deck as well because I had more space, because I'm not running Raptinus. And the biggest change, and this is probably like what you saw in the thumbnail, wondering what this card is, I replaced the Dragon's Mirror with Knight of the Red Lotus. And if you don't know what Knight of the Red Lotus does, you can special summon it if you have 3 normal monsters in your graveyard, like Dark Armed, and then you remove and play 2 of them, and you can special summon it. And then, but just once per turn, it's like a red MD for normal monsters. You can special summon a level 4 or lower normal monster in your graveyard, and these are all considered normal monsters when they're in the grave. This feels like an amazing top deck. Every single duel, I think you see it. I don't even necessarily special summon it that often, but you can just like normal summon it and then special summon your Valk again, or a Soldier, whatever it is. And with Ultimate Offering, it's like absolutely nuts.
When you first sent us this list, I was like, I have never seen this card in my life. And then I read its effect and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it makes a whole lot of sense in this Gemini deck full of normal monsters.
Yeah, that's the coolest part. The synergy is there. You could run 3 if you wanted to, or 2. And I want to test around the ratios. I think 1 is fine. It just feels like a really nice like top deck. You'll see that every time I do see it, it's like, oh, what a great top deck. But there are a few times where like you see it and it's like a little dead. And I imagine Dragon's Mirror is like in the same boat, where you can feel pretty dead even when you see it late game. Yeah, his ability to just either special summon itself or normal summon itself and then bring back your Valk and pop something is really incredible. I personally found it to be very great. And if you guys don't know, by the way, I'm sorry, I just realized many of you probably don't even know what half these Geminis do. I'll quickly explain them. If you don't know, Geminis require you to re-normal summon a second time. So that's why we run Ultimate Offering, because you can normal summon your Gemini again. Gemini Soldier is like the heart of the deck, which is why you're running Reinforced Truths to special summon it in your end phase. Because whenever this card battles, period, attacks a monster, attacks directly, whatever it is, it will special summon any of your level 4 ones, and you have a full toolbox, with your best card being Valk. Dark Valkyria has the ability when it's Gemini summon to pop a monster once while it's face up on the field. It's very important. It's only once, so you could, if it gets Book of Mooned or it gets sent to the grave, you can resummon it and then just do it again. So that's kind of cool. Chevalier is just your biggest beat stick. 1900 is very important, but it also has a nice effect in combination with Supervise, where you can pop your equip spell and then destroy any card your opponent controls, and then the Supervise will trigger to special summon one of these guys back. And then the last but not least is Toon Magician. Also just a good stat line, but it becomes a tuner. And having access to level 6 and level 8 monsters is incredible, including Black Brute Drago, including Dark End Dragon, which you make a ton because Dark Valkyria is a dark. And yeah, with Junk Synchron in the mix, you can also make Arcanite Magician with a Toon Magician, which is an addition that I added. I think Arcanite it came up a few times now. Not in these replays, but there's been times where I'm like, oh, there was a time that if I had it, it would have mattered. So I cut I think Spore was running 2 Brute Dragos. I think you can just get away with 1 and run an Arcanite instead. And also a Junk Archer, because I just feel like this deck goes for game sometimes pretty often, and if you just have like a problem monster to deal with, you can just plow through it with Ultimate Offering.
One of my earliest memories of meeting you was playing against you with this deck. I mean, the deck has evolved a lot since then. I'm noticing on this list you're not playing the butterfly. Is that like a new direction this deck is going in? Why cut the butterfly?
Yeah, so the Gemini homies, there's a couple things I do want to test more. The Gemini homies have cut Butterfly because Butterfly ends up just being the weakest. It's a stat line. If Butterfly had 1800 or more attack, you would cut like a Toon Magician for a Butterfly. Because I do think Butterfly's effect is great to recycle any of these guys in the grave, but because its stats are so bad and it becomes like Shura food, you notice like nothing in this deck is Shura food anymore. So like this, it makes it significantly more resilient to Blackwings. It also can run over Greffer. Every single card can run over Greffer or deal with Greffer, making it better against Vayu. But like sometimes you just open up Blazewing Butterfly and it would just be so bad. Also the big change, Spore was on the triple upstart. People are on the fence whether or not they want to do upstarts or legacy. I agree with Spore. I think upstarts make a ton of sense. This deck is very inconsistent. Being able to see your starters a lot more, your starters of Reinforced Truth, or any of these monsters with like a Supervise, or any of these monsters with the Gemini Spark, that is good. Upstart helps you see stronger opening hands. And I think it makes going second a lot better. Yeah, the damage matters. Like there's times where I activate 2-3 upstarts, but you can still kill through it because this deck starts, once you start like beating them down, you spam out monsters and their life goes down really fast. So I think getting to your combo pieces better is worth it. The only card I would want to test more is Call the Haunted. I'm surprised a lot of the people are just dropping it completely, but Call the Haunted to me always felt really good in Gemini. And it's even better with Knight of the Red Lotus, because if I call Knight, I can special summon another monster. It just becomes like a huge tempo swing. So I do want to find space for it. Maybe I'll cut a Trap Stun for a call. But otherwise, I think the list is really tight, really solid. The side deck, just Fossil Dynas and a Spatian Granmole's nuts with the Ultimate Offering. You can keep summoning it over and over again. We run Imperial Wall because it just cooks a lot of decks, and what I end up doing is I side out most of like the banishing type cards and put in some Book of Moons for defense. I think like Imperial just shuts them down and makes Gemini Soldier more live. It makes Valk more live, and that's just your end all be all in specific matchups. Then the rest are just like Frog Hate, Pulling the Rugs, Gadget Hate, right? Dust Tornadoes, and 7 tools for like the Trap Stun matchups, like for Glad Beasts. I mean, are you ready to see some showcase of some Gemini?
I am hyped. I want to see this Red Lotus card in action.
Yeah, bro, it's card 6. It's the thumbnail. We're putting in the thumbnail. It's too late. Okay, first up, we got our dual. I forget what they're playing, but our hand is not the greatest, but we got the Red Lotus draw. Red Lotus is like not the greatest thing to see here, but it's also not the worst because you can just tribute like the Valk and then special it back. So it's like you don't lose anything, if that makes sense. Which is I think what I do here. Yeah, I upstart first, draw into Junk Synchron, tribute summon the Knight of Red Lotus, and just special summon back that Valk. And this is kind of like a threatening board because if they don't deal with this, like I can just keep making Valk over and over again or like doing something with it.
This stat line it's not the best, but 21 is pretty good in Edison. It'll get you there sometimes.
I wish it was just like a little bit bigger. I wish it could crash with Kai's or something, man. Here we go. Allure. Got the heavy. I was like, I was kind of like nervous. I maybe shouldn't have said Torrential, but I saw his grave had 3 darks and I just didn't want to lose on the spot to Dark Armed. So that's why I felt like I had to set Torrential. But he has a main deck Cyber Dragon and then the Card Trooper.
Wow. Okay.
And he's going to be able to crash the Cyber Dragon. So like he's no fear of Chimera Tech.
Right. Yeah. That's a solid play.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that sucks. But we got the Chev. It's gonna give him some draws, but and he's like, as much as like it seems like I'm in a terrible spot, I'm really not in that bad of a spot. Like he's has 4 darks now. He didn't banish the Necro, so I'm not afraid of Dad. And I have the Gemini Spark for like any strong play they have. So we're like neutral and card advantage at this point.
Yeah, and heavy's gone, which is really good.
Yeah, I decided to summon a Toon Magician because I think this might be a Raikou. So I decided to like I want to make sure my Gemini Spark is still alive. And he makes an interesting choice of deprisoning. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna make
Oh.
this Gemini Spark really good. Like,
Yeah, that's really good for you.
yeah. And now I just get some free damage. And you see, like, even Tomb Magician, it's not the greatest thing to see. And right here, I can make Arcanite if I wanted to. But basically, it's just the stat line. Like, if he draws, like, Greffer right now, he can't run it over. So I think that's why it's, like, a lot better than a lot of other cards. Obviously, I can't deal with Sirocco, but I do have a D-Prison, so it's going to be fine. And that's going to keep him off of Vayu, because he still has that one Vayu engraved, just doing nothing.
Yeah, and Gorz is gone, so you're feeling pretty good here.
So here I actually decided to normal summon Junk Synchron. I'm just swinging in for damage at this point. I equipped the Supervise because if it's Mirror Force, I can at least get back like a Valk. That was like my logic, just going for damage. He torrential, but he's telling me like, oh, he meant to torrential like on the summon of Junk Synchron. So like, oh my bad. So yeah, I lose my monsters. That's a big torrential, but we got the Supervise, so any Gemini monster is a huge top deck here. And we see the Reinforced Truth. And he blind MSTs the Bottomless. I wish he blind MST the Reinforced Truth. I would have just chained it.
Yeah, but I always hate blind MST into a pass. That's
Yeah,
like it's kind of useless.
Yeah, so now I decided normal. I could just use Supervise here, but since I already have another follow-up in my hand, I'd rather just save the Supervise. So I swing with the Gemini Soldier, and I get its effect. Super huge. And yeah, we're just like punching in. He tries to Bottomless, so this is very important. And this is why I think Gemini is a really solid deck into a lot of the meta. Gemini Soldier is small enough to it gets underneath Bottomless, and then the summon happens in damage step. So you can't Bottomless the Gemini monsters that get special in damage step. You can't Oppression it, so it plays around Oppression very well. So I think Gemini genuinely has a very positive matchup into Vayu specifically. Deck Dev only hits Gemini Soldier, and most of the time you're specialing from the deck anyway. In my mind, and when I've been talking to these other Gemini enthusiasts, Cuckoo Riknu is currently top 20 with Gemini, and I have his list. I can show it later, but it's I'm telling you, Gemini is the most slept on deck. Anyway, so right now he tries to Bottomless me. He doesn't know. He has 4,435 matches, but nobody plays Gemini, so he doesn't know. Like, hey, bud, you can't do that. You can't Bottomless trap hole and damage step. So anyway, and that gives me huge information.
Yeah, now he's just one turn away from game.
And because I have the Supervise, I can use it with Chev to pop this new back row that I don't know what it is. It just ends up being a dead deck Devi. And then the Supervise can special summon like another card. I know he has Bottomless, so he has to Bottomless it now, but this is just game with Chev attack. He has Necrogardna, but that's okay. Gemini Soldiers should still be enough as long as he doesn't have Gores.
I think Gorz is gone, so
Oh yeah, he's thinking milled
good.
Gores. Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah.
So we got game 1. Against a Vayu deck running some Cyber Dragon, which I think Cyber Dragon is actually kind of cool in Vayu.
Yeah, we saw some Red Lotus action.
This is the hands you dream of. If you see Starlight Road with like your Reinforced Truth, you're feeling good. I got the Dust Tornado too. Multiple back row hate cards. I'm just saying it all, dude. He hits the Starlight. I'm like, dude, so many of these cards are chainable. So many. I mean, I wouldn't want to chain Reinforced Truth, but like the Dust, the MST. But anyway, he hits the Starlight Road.
Dude, they always go middle.
I know, I should know, but so I actually intentionally put in the middle because I had double Starlight, so I wanted them to kind of hit it and then go for the heavy. Like, I don't know, I was kind of mind gaming in my head.
Yeah, because once they see, they're like, oh, for sure they only play one. It's like, nah, I have 2, sir.
So I decided to hit the two new back rows, and they both end up being battle traps. So I'm like, oh, it's time. It's so time, dude. I draw Ultimate Offering.
Yeah.
Not great because I don't have any other monsters. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, Ultimate Offering is an amazing card, right? So is like Dragon's Mirror making like Raptinus, but like Dragon's Mirror only is good if you have monsters, and a lot of time you don't have enough monsters. So like, I think Ultimate Offering is just better than like Dragon's Mirror, but I don't think Dragon's Mirror is necessary. Like, I would have much rather see like a Knight of the Red Lotus, you know, and do some more fun shenanigans. But anyway, so we normal summon Gemini Soldier, swing into the Raikou. He's checking his graveyard. So maybe, oh, here you milled Dad, so we're like super fine. Samurai Soldier is gonna come out with the Valk. Valk's gonna be able to cleanly out this Dark Refer. And yeah, it's just at the Ultimate Offering and pass. But now they make their Armed Wing, and I'm like, it sucks. I'm gonna lose my Valk, but it's okay. We kind of want the grave like filled up because now Supervise is like super live if I draw new monsters. But I decide to not attack because I'm really afraid if I get deprisoned here, I kind of just lose. And I have this torrential, so I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, if he tries to try to Caius me, and he can't attack me, so we're just kind of passing, you know. We both don't want to run into anything. He goes Arma. I'm very okay with this, but then he goes for Plague, so I have to torrential this, which is okay though because I have the Reinforced Truth as a follow up.
Yeah, letting him continue his play would have spelled trouble for sure.
But then he torrentials it, and I'm like, oh, that's a good torrential. But I got the Valk. So I decide, so here's the important thing about Ultimate Offering. There's a ton of rulings that you need to know. Basically, I can activate Ultimate Offering twice here, which is what I do, to make it so that Valk gets summoned on Chainlink 2. So it resolves backwards. It goes Chainlink 2, Valk gets summoned. Chainlink 1, it just fizzles. But that means you cannot respond with Torrential or Bottomless or anything. So I opt to do that play. So I go Ultimate Offering, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Ultimate Offering again. Valk is forced to be summoned here. Chainlink 1 has to resolve with nothing happening. Bottomless Trap Pull misses timing. So I explained that as like I'm dodging it because it's just how it works. And I was like kind of like getting confused, but I just realized like the specific way to dodge summons in order chain links, and yeah. So we're just having an argument about it.
Yeah, he doesn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
a lot of people don't know that ruling.
He's like, you trash, you trash. I'm like, huge. I love it. But anyway, I go Supervise just to get more damage. And now, more importantly, if the Valk goes to grave, I have plenty of targets. So that's great. So he goes deep prison. I'm cool with that. Supervise comes out. Get another Gemini Soldier. Doesn't get its effect, unfortunately. But with Ultimate Offering up, he can't even attack me. Like, he can't afford to attack me. But does he know? Does he know that you can use Ultimate Offering in battle phase?
Oh,
I don't think he knows.
He's gonna attack. Oh no. He's just salty at this point. He's just going in. Yeah. He's not thinking.
So I'm just gonna swang, dude. And I think at this point I go for level 8. Oh no, because I have the Supervise. What am I doing here? What's the goal? I normal Valk. He doesn't. I was trying to bait out the bottoms here, but he doesn't stop it. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
like I was trying to bait out the bottomless because I was like, I want to save it for later. Anyway, he goes Armed Wing. Oh, it's supposed to be Armor Master. Yeah. So anyway, he goes Armor Master, and he goes Brain Control. I'm like, oh, that sucks because I was gonna save the Book of Moon for the Armor Master. But now I have to Book of Moon my Valk because I actually kind of need it, or I kind of don't want him to pop the soldier, you know?
Right.
And so like this is just an awkward position that I'm in.
But I don't know if you want to book that Armor Master anyway, because then it becomes real.
Yeah, I have this Imperial Wall.
Too late.
I know, but I just decide not to summon the Valk because I want it to live. Maybe he makes a mistake and thinks it's like doesn't attack. He attacks, but whatever. But he sets a monster. I'm like, dude, that's gonna give me a chance to get this Gemini Soldier going. And I have the Imperial, so I'm not afraid of deprison. So now I'm like, oh, this is huge. Because now I can go Chev, and now I can run over the hamster with Chev. I can go Imperial Wall, Supervise, pop the Armor Master. Supervise effect is gonna bring back Valk, but with the Imperial Wall up, he can't bottomless.
Oh no.
And now I normal summon Valk, pop the Raikou. He's just super down. I have a Mirror Force too. So like, dude, it's just GG's. Yeah, this deck is so good against Vayu. Like, it cooks it, dude. It's crazy.
No, it does. Yeah. I remember, I think I had just started playing Vayu like times I played you at locals with this, and I did not know how to deal with your board once you got it established. It was like impossible.
Yeah, that was back when I was main decking Imperial, but I now have seen the light. I'm not main decking anymore. I'm in the side deck like everyone else. Everyone else usually side decks it. Some people don't even side deck it anymore, but I still am a believer that it shuts down too many decks to not run, especially your worst matchups like Hero Frog. We got another match here. It just sets a back row and passes. I don't know what this is, but our hand is really good. It's also insulated from Trap Dust Shoot. Now it's not insulated from Trap Dust Shoot, but we just set 4 and pass. I don't want to summon this Chev because you want your Gemini Spark to be a plus. If I summon this and this is like a bottomless or like a Regeki Break, like you're not getting a plus out of the Gemini Spark play, you know? So it's like it's just better to wait. Like make them waste stuff on the Gemini Soldier. Oh, goes for the Regeki Break on standby, pitching the Treeborn Frog. That does suck. Goes Substitute. So but I decided Solemn Judgment it straight up. I'm like, no. Because I can deal because I have the Starlight Road, so I'm not worried about heavy. And I just don't want to I can't really deal cleanly with the dupe block right now. Frogs are low-key like one of your harder matchups. So I normal summon Gemini Soldier, swing over the Treeborn Frog, get a little clean special summon of Valk, and just attack. And I'm able to set both.
This feels good. I mean, he needs a Monarch to deal with this.
Yeah, and Monarchs like that. I kind of expected a Monarch because in my head, if he Monarchs me, he's gonna Monarch the Gemini Soldier, try to attack the Valk. I can either Mirror Force it or I can Gemini Spark depending on like what exactly happens. But yeah, so he goes Caius targeting the Gemini Soldier. I figured that would happen, and I decided Mirror Force because the Gemini Spark's a little more valuable to potentially get more like a huge tempo swing. So I summon the Chev because I have the Starlight Road. I'm like sick. I get a Starlight Road.
Let's go.
Torrential comes out, so I'm able to swing. He has a Mirror Force. I'm able to negate that. Starlight Road got 2. That was a 1 for 2 with that Starlight Road. And he had to use it because it was Treeborn locking him if he didn't. Now he goes Treeborn. And this is the fun part about Valk being a dark. I'm so glad Valk is a dark because they usually always are going to target it for like a Caius burn or something, right? So it's like sick. Now I got to keep my stronger guy on the field.
And you got another one. Nice.
Yep. And I had the MST in case he said anything. So this is just game. Unless it's Gores. No Gores. We're going to game 2. Yeah, I think that was I didn't see any hero stuff. So but I was like mostly saw Caius's. So I sided in pulling the rugs and I didn't see hero stuff, but I thought it might be hero frogs. And if it was, I didn't want to not have outs to it. So I did side in Imperials, not knowing exactly what deck it is. But that's kind of the sad part when you don't see, I didn't see anything else, but the pulling the rugs alone should be enough, like to help. But he Trap Dust Shoots me and he sees that I drew 2 pulling the rugs. So he's definitely going to play around that now.
Wait, what is that 400? Oh, that's Unifrog? What?
Again, yeah, I guess it's Unifrog.
Wow.
Ballsy.
Okay.
I set 3 and pass. He goes Substitute with Prio, uses effect, tributing itself, which is very surprising. Goes for the dupe, and then I think he's going to choose to. So he chooses to flip the Unifrog. So I go Chainlink 1, Remorse Truth, Chainlink 2, Torrential. So that should clear the board without him getting any search and get my Gemini Soldier out. So I thought that was a clean, fun play. And now I'm just going to end up normal summoning Gemini Soldier and attack. And he has the Deep Prison. Bro, if I saw the Imperial, like,
dude,
it actually would have been so clutch. It also would have locked him out of even activating Deep Prison. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I just activated, like, Imperial, he locked himself out of back row, which is, like, crazy. But I finally draw level 4, so the Gemini Spark is finally live. He goes for a Regeki Break on the monster. Sick, we're getting that plus tempo, but he has an MST, so we do lose our Starlight Road, which does suck. I would have preferred one of these pulling the rugs get hit. Like, I don't think I need 2 right now. So I just swing with Valk, set the Dust Shoot, pass. He sets a monster. I decided to normal summon Valk to make it bigger in case it's like a 2000 booty.
Wait,
It's
is
not.
that a set swap? Wow, didn't even summon
Well,
swap
because yeah,
bounce it back?
because he knows I have pulling the
Oh,
rug.
that's right. That's
So he
right.
didn't
But I
he didn't want
mean,
to lose it. But he should have
yeah,
just done it
yeah.
anyway. Just bait out the
Yeah, you gotta
back
force him
row.
out.
Especially when I found out, okay, so then I see pots. So I'm like, oh, then just do it. Like it
Yeah,
basically
for
becomes an
sure.
MST. So yeah, he goes pot. So I'm like, oh no, this is not Hero Frog. This is like a Dream Frog variant of sorts. It must be some type of Dream Frog because you see the Kaises and stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's gonna be annoying. And I finally trapped Dust Shoot, so I can see, yeah. So it's definitely Dream Frogs running like a Lad, probably running a Fishborg
Yeah,
somewhere in
and if
there.
you rug the swap, he could just activate pot a turn earlier and
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
get
I'm
going. But
so now he
BB
does have
players,
the
man.
he does have the 1-for-1. I have no way to stop this. The double pulling rug is doing nothing, unfortunately, and he's able to just fully set up his entire grave for multiple pots in the future and a dupe lock. And I could just out this one of the dupes, but I don't need to. Like, I'll just wait. The pulling rugs are keeping me alive from Caius's. And he kind of has to hope he runs into like a Unifrog at this point to deal with it. But yeah, so here I decided to pop the set because I'm like, if that's flip flop, we might start losing. It ends up being a Danny, which I'm okay with because now he's fully board locked. So I'm like, okay, like we're just gonna chill now. And now that I have Tomb Magician, I can finally make like a synchro to potentially out this board. So I go for Tomb Magician. I misclicked. I meant to put Valk in the grave, so I'm like, whoops. So Valk in the grave. It didn't make a difference. I'm just making Stardust. It's not like I was like, oh, I want to make a different thing. It's like, no, it's just because I chose the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, I did it like within seconds. I literally
Dude, he's
like picked it
trying to
back up.
shark. That's crazy.
No, he said it's okay. I think he realized like he was being a little sharky there for like it wasn't. It really doesn't make a difference ultimately. But anyway, he pot averages, which is like okay, that's the second pot already.
Yeah, but he hasn't dealt with these rugs, so
Yeah, so now I'm just like, and we're both like in this awkward spot where we can't like do anything. I have drew the
not
third
the
rug.
third rug. Oh
This is I
man.
might cut it down to 2. I'm not sure how I feel about 3, but at the same time, it's like the only thing you lose to in the frog matchup is Monarchs. If they've switched to like Vanity's Fiend, you're like, that's fine. Like I feel like pulling the rug is just so good in that matchup, you know, like at that I get it. But yeah, I just wish I didn't see it. I decided in like normal Chev because you can. It's like, why not? Just now he's an effect monster. Like he sets another back row. I'm just like, dude, give me something. Oh, that's something. Because yeah, I have Ultimate Offering, so this is actually pretty huge. I can go Chev, pop the dupe, then I can supervise, bring back Valk, and now I can just swing over everything. But he does get a ton of surges here, which sucks. But I'm able to clear his board, and if this back row is like a mirror, like I guess that's not a mirror force or something, but like I don't know. I'm expecting it to be like something where you can't deal with the Stardust cleanly.
Yeah, I mean it's Regeki breaks because he didn't deprison you, so
Yeah. So he Regega breaks targets the Ultimate Offering, and I'm like, I kind of don't need
that,
it. So
yeah,
I think
that's
it's baits.
fine.
I think it's baits. So I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah.
care. But he has a second Regega break, and he's like, okay, I'm targeting Stardust. I'm like, okay, well then I have to. I kind of have to. So yeah, and then you'll see he has Heavy Storm. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Okay, yeah,
But
we're gonna see some Monarch action now.
no, it's worse. It's
Some
so much
lad. Oh
worse. It's so
no.
much worse. It deals with the Valk, which would have dealt with the Lad. And now I try to Stardust and end phase it negates. So now I can't get Stardust back. So he's bigger. He's 2300. I draw the Faucet down. So now I'm just like, I need one more negate on this Lad and we're good. Because I can run it over with Chev. But he can deal with both these Chevs. So I'm like nervous. I'm like, I need to see an out in a turn. That's not enough. Oh, that's the out. You need to activate Supervise. He's forced to negate Supervise. Supervise would go to Grave. I'm not sure if this works. It doesn't matter because like he's weak enough that I can run it over, but I think Supervise would activate again and then force him to have to use his effect. But doesn't like with 2 negates alone, it was already enough for me to run over, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But like maybe the extra damage matters. It really doesn't. But now we got some False Dana beat happening.
I mean he's burned through 2 of his Regeki breaks, so
He's burned through all 3, I think. All 3 are Giga breaks. He burned through 3 Giga breaks, a D prison, 2 pots of avarices. So like I feel like we're in a good spot.
Yeah, he's running low on resources now.
And I drew a Gemini Spark and he has no heavy, so I could just set like everything. I'm gonna upstart, which sucks that I had to give him life, but like I'd rather have better back row. He ends up having a substitute. I kind of have to Gemini Spark that because I don't want him to be able to tribute, and I'm just gonna swing for more damage. The reinforced truth is not the worst, so if he deals with the false Edina, I can reinforce truth it, which is nice. So it gives me like a follow up play.
Dude,
And
but
here I'm
you have
like,
the third rug for the Caius.
true, I do, but like, and I can't deal with this sub, so I feel like a Caius is gonna probably come out. Versus a breaker though,
Oh,
so I kind of have to pull in the breaker because if he hits like anything else, it'd be worse. And here, okay, so here
oh,
I had an option. I could have tributed the false Edina to normal summon Night of the Red Lotus, special summon Valk, and then just start attacking for like. Oh no, I had game. Sorry, I tribute false Edina, special summon Shev, and that's exactly 4,000. But if he had Gores, we kind of are putting ourselves in a really bad spot. So maybe I should. Oh no, sorry. It wasn't game. It wasn't game because I have to deal with the substitute. So it would be normal summon the Red Lotus, special summon Valk. It would be 18 to the face because we run over the sub, 18, and then we're like chilling. But I think like hard about it, and I'm like, I think if he outs this, I have the reinforced truth. That's like my mental, right? And he outs it, so I'm like, okay. But then he doesn't attack because I think he knows if he loses the monster, it's over. And I'm like, okay, that's good for me because now I can just like Gemini Soldier with it takes significantly less damage. Because now I can just normal summon Gemini Soldier, swing into this for 19. I choose to do this play because it forces him to have to like attack the Valk if he has to attack anything. And he seems like he's afraid of attacking, so I'm just like, F it, I'm gonna do it this way. Especially even if he has like another Monarch. But he attacks the Valk, which is great. And then I'm like, oh, he set a back row. It's time. I have the MST that I've been holding this whole time. And now this is the power of Knight of the Red Lotus.
you got three.
I activate Ultimate Offering, get Junk Synchron. I normal summon Knight of the Red Lotus. He's reading the card. I'm like, before I use the effect, I'm gonna Junk Synchron first. By paying 500, sorry, to normal summon again. And then I can use Knight of Red Lotus effect to special summon Valk. Then I can use Ultimate Offering to make Valk, pop the Caius, and this is exactly, well, not exactly, it's like a little over game.
Let's go, no Gores.
Yeah. So his hand, he had a Ryza. So he could have Ryza the Valk.
That's right. Yep.
He could have Ryza the Valk. I think he's just so worried. Like if he got torrentials, he just kind of loses. Like, or if it is like, I don't know. There's probably like a way for him to maybe have done something differently, but I would have been able to still do a similar play with like Ultimate Offering and Knight of the Red Lotus. So, because like if he top decked like the Valk or the Gemini Soldier, we just go Ultimate Offering, Ultimate Offering, Ultimate. But I think the damage could have been a lot higher, and put me out of Ultimate Offering range. But he didn't know I had Ultimate Offering, so he was just playing around like the back row that he knew, which is like prisons, bottomlesses, more rugs. Maybe he thought there was a fourth rug. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if I saw Iron Wall, I just start swinging in. There's no way you're keeping the prison.
Yeah,
I think that was his game loss, that he didn't attack with Caius.
Yeah, I think he probably could still win it, but yeah, Torrential was gone, but maybe Mirror Force, he does lose to Mirror Force. That's probably like the biggest fear. And Mirror Force wasn't gone. I had 3 back row. And Gemini Spark is also a card. Like I had the Valk, right? And he saw game 1 that I like Gemini Sparked his like monster that targeted it. And that would have been really devastating to like lose that tempo.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
Knight of the Red Lotus though, able to help us get a clean game shot there. So that was really cool. This is up against I think a guy playing Quick Draw.
Quick Draw. I love to see it. Such a fun deck to play.
It is a fun deck to play, and I think it's a really good deck. And it's low-key kind of a hard deck to deal with a lot of times, especially when you open this good. Like, sir.
No, definitely. Like Vayu Turbo struggles against this deck so much. It's not even funny.
Even with deck dev main.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I gotta see it. If not,
Yeah, so I just said everything because I'm like, I'm not, I can't deal with this like never-ending wall of little guys, little dandies for a bit. But I'm gonna make him afraid to attack so I can keep my life insulated. And I think I did. I think I did a good job. Got him a little scared. And he has the card trooper, so I'm like, oh, free D prison. Let's go. I'd love to see it. I finally draw the reinforced truth. Thank God. That's a starter. And he left these tokens here for me, so that makes my reinforced truth like really nice. But he gets a Raikou. Pitches the debris. I'm surprised he didn't try to go for like some big debris play, but I think he also may be afraid of Starlight Road. When you see this 4 sets, you don't just go
Right.
for Black Rose and lose to a Starlight Road for no reason. Anyway, so I just go Reinforced Truth and then phase, show that I'm on Gemini. And now I draw the road. Normal summon Gemini Soldier. Go for try to go for a swing. It works out. Let's go. Valk's gonna come in. Valk can attack. Both tokens away. I know he has a Raikou there. Oh, and this is okay. Yeah. So I said all that. I said the Gemini Spark, and at this point, the Raikou is like the main issue here because like Raikou's pretty strong. So he goes for Effective Drill Warrior. I go like, hold up. I have response to the Effective Drill Warrior. I'm going to chain the Gemini Spark to his effect, which should make him still have to. I think he still has to discard, right? I believe the ruling is that he still has to discard. Yeah. So he did. So it's good. He still has to discard Dandy. He loses his Drill Warrior, and I get my thing off. But I decided to like. Okay, so he targets. Yeah, he goes Raikou. I think at this point, like the back row is all pretty fine. I was almost expecting him to hit Gemini Soldier, but I was like, oh, he didn't. So that's cool.
Wait, what's that wyvern in his graveyard? What?
Yeah, so this is some type of like flip dragon dot deck. Like I didn't realize what it was on. He's on a quick draw flip dragon deck. And that got me a little scared, I won't lie. But he goes Mirror Force. Dude, I almost wanted to summon Tomb Magician. I almost, because I have the Starlight Road, right? So I'm like, if he has Mirror Force, like that'll help. Like I was genuinely contemplating it, but that super sucked.
Dude, yeah, that red man just put the fear in you.
Yeah, but he had bottomless. I think he would have bottomless it anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But like, damn. Yeah, he goes heavy. I go for the Starlight Road. He goes foolish to send Prime Material. Specials Prime Material. I bottomless the Prime Material, then I forced to negate it. So like, I also made a big misplay. I should have bottomless the red MD. He didn't have any targets, so I didn't like care. Or he had like a debris. I don't know. I probably should have just bottomless it. There was probably no reason not to. And I think it's like, I wasn't thinking super straight, but it's gonna be a rough one. But anyway, I just MST this because I don't know. I just want to start junk synchroning. I got a magical android swinging. Set one pass.
This feels pretty good though. I mean, Primat's gone.
Like, yeah, but he has the debris to make Iron Chain. But I have 2 battle traps, so I'm just gonna de-prison. So I'm like, sick. We're doing good. I got the Night of the Red Lotus, but I don't have a way for it to. It's not live by natural means yet, and I don't want to use it yet. I think, or do I use it now? I do use it now. I'm crazy. I'm just like, if I got the Mirror Force to keep me alive. And the Prime Material's gone, so I'm not worried as long as he doesn't have heavy. Or he already heavied me, so.
Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here.
And he summons the second red MD, and he summons a red wyvern from his hand.
Oh, he's going all in.
Yeah, he's going all in. So I'm like, dude, wait, this is so great. And now I can just special summon the Gemini Soldier, then normal summon Gemini Soldier.
Oh,
look at this.
Oh my god, he's about to take so much damage, dude.
Holy crap, dude. Like, the comeback of the century. He's already at 28
half his life points just gone.
But
oh no, not the Black Rose.
Dude, it's rough. He goes Stardust. I'm like, I would prefer Stardust. Like Stardust I can beat. Like he Black Roses, I bottomless the Black Rose. Which is like, yeah, bottomless the Black Rose, and then I'm like, this is rough, man. I just need any Gemini. But he summons the Red Eyes. No.
Wow. What
any Gemini.
Game.
Any Gemini, please. He goes debris. In defense, I think he just wants to wall up in case I do make a comeback, because I know he knows I could. I draw the Gemini Soldier. I'm like, oh, it's time. And I got to revise. I attack. He
You got the
thinks he goes
Solemn to defend it.
he goes Karma Cut. I got this Trap Stun, not Solemn.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's a
it's Trap
trap
Stun,
then. Whoops.
which is even better, dude. Less life points on my part. I just go Chev because I just want to clear these tokens, and like it's the least useful one. I'd rather keep a Valk in the deck so I can have it later. He has another debris though. I'm like, oh my god, dude, who is this guy?
It's just top decking all the debris, man.
That's his third debris. He attacks the Gemini Soldier. I'm like, did you not read what this card does? But then he attacks it again. It still gets its effect. It still gets its effect. And now Supervise gets me the other card. I can just get a Toon Magician if I want. And so now I can make some really cool play here. I normal tuned. I'm able to synchro into Dark End Dragon. I'm able to run over the ancient Fairy Dragon, all the tokens, and clear the red MD, dude. I've made 2 comebacks. This is Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. That's why I wanted to showcase this one. Like,
let's go. Clutch the win.
Dude, I choked. I should have bomb. If I bottomless the first red MD, I think I actually just won that whole duel, like on the spot. But yeah, I kind of choked. I kind of choked a little bit there, but it was okay.
Dude, but your deck is just that good.
Low key.
Came back.
But then he opened up Few. I just like when they open up Few, I low key want to scoop on the spot. I have the Imperial, but like, yeah, like what can I do about this?
Oh, you just went double? Wow.
I said all 4. Like whatever. He trap stuns into heavy.
Oh my god.
We Gucci. We're gonna run it back. The first game was super long, super swingy. That was just boring. Seeing he opened up his best card. But did I open up my best card? I did not, but I opened up some good stuff. I said all because I can solemn the heavy if he does heavy. I go Imperial Iron Wall, chain. I also go Dust. Huge. I decided normal summon Valk, pop this monster in case it's like a Mass Dragon or something, or a Raikou. It ends up being a Sangan. I'm like, that's annoying. And then, so he adds a Debris Dragon. And I still have a Gemini Spark, so the Gemini Spark always feels good to have. Like, it's just going to keep you alive.
Yeah, we got the Soldier coming out.
You get the Solemn, though. That's like, that's always rough, but I'm forced to Solemn as heavy, but now that heavy's gone, I can play a lot differently. I go Reinforced Truth, so feeling good. With Imperial Iron Wall up, I'm not worried about any of that back row. I have the I don't have a Starlight Road, so I guess I'm worried about Mirror Force. But I'm like, F it. If you got Mirror Force, you got Mirror Force. It ends up being a Spirit Reaper. So, yeah, I just go for 2 Magicians so I can make a dark end to deal with the Spirit Reaper if I have to. But he goes Debris. I'm thinking on summon. I decide to target the Debris immediately because I don't want to get Black Rosed. I keep drawing a ton of monsters, but I keep drawing Gemini Sparks too, so that's keeping me in this game.
Wait, did you have no target for Debris?
Yeah, he only had Sangan. But he was gonna synchro. He was gonna synchro with the Spirit Reaper.
I see. Yeah, I got it.
So now I can go Valk effects after I summon it off of the Spirit Reaper to pop it. I said the Gemini Spark pass. He already like you knowing him, he's gonna top deck another Debris because that's what he does. He tops deck another Debris.
Oh my, this guy's just too good.
But I'm able to Gemini Spark the Debris again. Is there a trap stun back there? It'd be really funny if there was, because like it's just a bottomless that's completely dead. Deck dev that super dead because of Imperial not allowing him to summon, so we're good. And the Spirit Reaper's effect is negated. So we're just gonna attack. And then I summon out Chev just for damage. And here I can actually make an amazing play of summoning Toon Magician and then making Stardust. Stardust plus Imperial to me is usually GG's. Plus it protects my ultimate offering. I think it's pretty much curtains at this point. Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that's just showcasing the power of Gemini and the Imperial Iron Wall. Like, it's still such an amazing card. It stopped that bottomless from even activating. I bet you if he had a red MD in hand, he did. He couldn't special summon red MD. So that's a big deal because that would have like totally changed the trajectory of this game. Imperial's a house. Our last replay that we're going to show is against a pretty high rated duelist. He was like at 1,000 at this point, 1,072. So he's in the upper echelon, upper top like 50 of duelists. Playing like an interesting deck, but like I think this just showcases how good this deck is against setting monsters, especially when you open like the Starlight Road shenanigans like this. These are the hands you dream of.
Dude, and we got the soldier. 2 soldiers?
Yeah, 2 soldiers. Normal summon soldier, a swing. Still get our effect. Take a ton of damage, unfortunately. and we'll get the Valk out. And then I decided to supervise one of these guys. Like I think it's just because like I have the Gemini Spark, and if I it makes the Gemini Spark like if I change Gemini Spark to this, I can get back the Valk and reuse it again. So that's why I go for that play. Like Gemini Spark plus Supervise is a great combo. So he goes Caius, targets the Gemini Soldier. I just bottomless it. I don't have to waste Gemini Spark yet, so I don't. Here, okay, here I could have done a really cool play. I could have like tribute the Valk, but it's pointless because it's an ultimately pointless play. So I just attack, but I decided to set the Gemini Soldier because even if it goes to grave, then it makes my Red Lotus a little more live. So I'm feeling good. I decided to Gemini Spark the monster, get the draw, get the effect of Valk. Now I'm able to just safely summon the Gemini Soldier. Not worried about Torrential because I got Starlight Road. And I just normal summon Gemini Soldier.
This is looking over for our opponent.
He got the D prison though. That sucks, but we get some damage. And I decided not to attack with Stardust, so I can't really deal with the Gores right now. So I don't want to have to deal with it. Is Summon Crate like it's like no, it's just a Gemini. Like it came back with Supervise, so it still can have its effects because he has brain control. And I kind of have to solemn that, so I decided to just solemn it. Oh, he's trying to brain control the Stardust. So I'm like, no, you're not gonna. Here I'm able to just normal summon Valk, pop the monster, and it's just game. I didn't even get to use that Red Lotus, but you saw I could have if I wanted to. Oh man, you just love to see it. If you see the Gemini Spark with your level 4s, you just feel good. Okay, so here I just summon the Chev, swing in. He tries to Mirror Force. I Gemini Spark. That's a little +1. And I set the dust.
So good.
I set the dust because I can do the dust and then set Ultimate Offering after activating dust, which is what feels a lot better. So I decided to do that. And then I just pass because nothing's really happening. He just sets a monster. I shouldn't have set them both. That was a really greedy play here. I don't know why. But yeah, because he heavies me and I'm like, that kind of sucks. And then he summons Rescue Cat into like this is gonna be double armor. I'm like, that just feels bad.
Wait, what was the set? That was like a weird stat line.
It was like a Flamvel. I think it was a Flamvel magician.
Oh, yeah.
But here our hand is not great because it doesn't have Starlight Road or Solemn to stop a heavy. So I just set 2. I'm like, if he draws heavy again, he's just the best player of all time. But he doesn't, so I'm like, oh sick, it's time. I can do the Ultimate Offering shenanigans. So the Dust Tornado set Ultimate Offering. Now in my
I'd love to see
it. Dude, just check this out, bro. Pop the monster, Ultimate Offering, tribute the Valk, special back the Valk, normal summon the Valk again, like to get.
Oh man.
4,200 on the board for free, dude. Like, I love Red Lotus, bro. If that was a Dragon's Mirror, it was dead. If that was a Dragon's Mirror, that did nothing. Like genuinely.
Dude, yeah, now he's on a clock.
He's on a huge clock, and he can't deal with both. Like he can if he like has brain control, but I have the Gemini Spark, so I'm like not that worried. But like, dude, he just look at this play. I'm able to Gemini Spark the back row, and I can just Red Lotus it back.
Dude, that's such a cool combo.
It's so good, bro. And then, yeah, we win. He says Mazi merda.
Oh man, not the angry Italians.
Bro, I'm telling you, like Italian, if you're the Italian Edison players of our community, like shout out y'all being really kind, but like some of you got to regulate your homies that are coming in with this bad attitudes, bro. We had to deal with a lot of rude Italian Edison players in War League. Deal with it here too. It's like, guys, chill, man. Why you got it was just cards, bro. We're just having fun.
Yeah, it's just online cards too. There's like no stakes here.
There's very much no stakes here. So anyway, that is the deck. I could show you for days. Like it's just so freaking fun. Shout out Spore XD for coming up with a very solid core of monsters. I think this core of monsters is insane. You gotta try Night of the Red Lotus though, man. If you haven't already been testing it, like it's cooking. It is absolutely cooking every single time. I adore the card.
Dude, yeah, that little Ultimate Offering combo, it just applies so much pressure. It's really good.
Yeah, my only wish is that it was like a level 5, so at least I can do like a junk synchron play with it or something. But otherwise, it's great. It's a great card. I also wish its stat line was like Man, I think like what's a good Edison stat line that's like not broken? Like 2300? Like 23 can crash with Armed Wing at least. Like I
Yeah,
think
23 is
22.
not it's not bad at all.
Yeah, 21's not that bad either. It could deal with Sirocco, so that's not bad. It runs over big booty, so it's not a bad stat line. It's so close to being like a great stat line if it was just a bit bigger, but either way, I still love the card. It's like our little Dark Arm Dragon for our deck. This deck is super sick, man, and they need to make high rarity Dark Valkyrias, high rarity Toon Magician, high rarity Gemini Soldiers, because that's the only cards in this deck that aren't shiny, and the rest can
Dude, don't
be.
forget about Supervise.
No, oh
And
yeah, it's only like rare, right? Oh my god. Yeah, give me a super supervise. That's so dumb that doesn't exist. That's a little bit of return of the different deck. If you guys have a deck that you desperately want us to cover, let us know in the comments down below. We're here to check out and try to innovate on unexplored, underdeveloped decks, tier 2 legends out there, you know? And some of these decks are not actually tier 2. I think Gemini itself may not actually be. Thank you so much for watching, and peace. Team Starlight signing off.